Long now has mankind looked up to the skies and wondered if we are alone in this universe. Many miraculous things have been spotted all over the world, reported by our militaries, and sparked great debates amongst ourselves. I am here to tell you that, ladies and gentlemen, people of Earth, brothers and sisters of all races, all countries, that we are not alone. We have never been alone. That some higher power has sought to spread the gift of life throughout the universe and beyond all comprehension. It is in these times we must learn to love one another. We must not share hate, but joy. We must not inhibit, but we must grow. These beings are our friends. They are our family. They want to help us become better, to see the true potential of mankind. And for maybe one day, we will join them in their voyage to help other beings from other star systems. As shocking as this news may be, it is nothing new. Our governments of the world have known for quite some time that we are not alone in this universe, and we have had contact for many of years, slowly preparing the American public and the publics of the world for such a revelation. We are not alone, and we are about to embark on the greatest journey mankind has ever experienced. Ladies and gentlemen, we have contact.
Welcome everyone tonight to Contact. You know, I was sitting, guys, in the screens at the bottom of the computer here, and I was watching Dakota. He was wrestling with a light.
Oh, you just have to keep all eyes on me, don't you?
No, I know. Well, guys, we've got a very special night planned. We're joined by Sherry, and we're joined by Chad. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Co-host, you know, don't forget this guy. Awesome. Well, I was going to say his last name there, but I always make a total mess of pronouncing names. I shouldn't even be allowed out, to be honest with you.
You ever go out, actually?
I do actually go out like once a month or something like that. You know, I open the door and look out and I go, oh, he's done this, and I shut it again.
Oh,
You know?
God.
Will we let the chat fill up? Will we let the chat fill up for a couple of minutes, and then we'll start talking about what happened last night? Yeah. Who's all in the chat there? We've got Drew's Paranormal Vlog, Parapost, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Because I noticed there's somebody on the Facebook side of things today watching this. So, Dakota, what's planned for tonight?
Well, I was anticipating that after our chat with our new friend Craig, that we might need some time to process everything that's been going on. And being that during the show, everybody that was watching seemed to have something going on, I figured, why not host an open panel? Let everybody chat for a bit.
And I would just like to say to everybody that's watching this back, in the background we've got the Ukrainian flag, just because we want to support them in the traumatic times that they're experiencing right now. And hopefully the war will end soon. Hopefully. But we just need to pray. We just need to pray, ladies and gentlemen. So, Sherry, how are you? Nope.
How about me? What, from last night?
How are you for last night? How are you from Interesting's?
No, today I've just felt quiet, dazed, just not myself.
Yeah.
Just felt really weird today, like just not completely here. It's like I'm in between both places. It's really weird. But yesterday was really interesting. Like I started getting affected even before Dakota started putting those tones on. I could feel energy around me, and I was started just putting random stuff in the room, started talking out in their language, but obviously none of you could hear it because I'm in the chat.
I listened back. Yeah, I listened back, but obviously because it's the light language, nobody can really understand it, but everybody can speak it. That's obviously into that. So I know.
But when you look at it, like when you look in the chat and stuff, there was like certain things that you guys were bringing out that I was already saying in the chat from like the energies and things like that, and I was it was random because I always look back over the videos after and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? And they'd even put about a ship and a number and things like that as well, which was really like
what.
And it carried on after the show, guys. We all started like talking in our private group, and I started talking the light language. Dakota was talking. We all just there was just loads going on last night. It was.
I mean, Chad, you were experiencing things too, weren't you, Chad?
Yeah, I was.
I don't think I can help with the chiropractic bill, by the way.
Every time you put that on, I'm just going to keep reminding you that I'm going to go after my chiropractic bill's coming to you. I'm sitting there watching Drew, and me and him are both of our necks were going at the same time. It's like I mean, the hair raising on the back of the neck all the way up to the front of the. Yeah, it was crazy yesterday.
Yeah, and I would just like to say she's no in tonight, but Drew's paranormal vlog, she was experiencing some strange things going on her side too. I mean, she was seeing like shadows moving about. I mean, I could see the shadows. I will admit that. I mean, I could see them, and I could feel something standing behind Craig. I could feel it, and it was weird because my head. It was weird. You know how you get that ringing in your ears?
Mm-hmm.
I started getting it on just one side. I just got it on one side. And it got worse and it got worse. And my head was getting really, really, really. It felt like. How can I say this? It felt like my head was like a vice, right?
It was being expanded, like it was expanding.
Yeah, it was really sore around about like your third kind of eye kind of thing, right? It was really, really sore. And then when the ghost box went on, it was like near the end when it said, and it did say the Russian president's name. It said Putin. My sore head just went.
Yeah, I did hear that.
It just went fine.
Well.
It said Putin, which was quite strange. I think things are coming, Dakota.
Yeah, it's indistinguishable that something happened last night. And for those of you who didn't catch it, it should be on all the major Bald and Bonkers channels that still have chat. I did a follow-up CE5 to kind of contribute to the thing, and when I went outside, I was just trying to take out the garbage. I went outside. All of a sudden, I looked up, and it looked like there was lightning outside. Now, I'm in the middle of a rural area. There's no major stadium lights. Nobody was setting off fireworks. I checked weather reports. No indication that there was any lightning in my area. So somebody else has another theory to debunk that, please tell me, because that was weird.
That is interesting that you say that as well, Dakota, because you're saying about that you've seen this weird lightning thing, and I said in a voice message that I was seeing ships and I was seeing all this lightning going on. So I don't know if I was clicking on to them and what was going on where you are, but there was definitely light going all over the sky, and I was having this weird buzzing outside constantly for a good 3 or 4 hours, but every time I was looking I could not see anything, and I decided to put the tones on for 20 minutes, and I see a couple of the lights appear in the sky for a split second, then disappear. I was like, okay, because normally they stay longer, so obviously there was clearly something going on just by the feeling as well.
When I woke up today, I felt different. I felt as if I was light. As if I was walking in space. Not that I've ever been up there, but it was weird. I don't have a care in the world. It's
fuzzy,
tingly.
Like I'm not quite here. That's what
it's like the static. It was kind of like the static that you would get in a thunderstorm. You know,
I said about electricity. I could feel a lot of electricity. That's what it feels like electricity in my body. It's really weird.
Yeah. So, Chad, did you experience anything last night after you went off the show? What else did you experience?
Kind of like Drew said, I pretty much slept last night. I mean, we got off the live, and I was just tired.
Yeah.
Linda can tell you, and everybody here can tell you, I just kind of just zoned out and I fell asleep. I woke up and I'm like, where in the world? Mind you, I'm sleeping in the living room.
Yeah. Somebody from Facebook there. Welcome, Amanda.
Amanda
Were
Finch.
you drained, Chad? You felt drained. You felt drained.
I did. I mean, Linda can tell you. I mean, we had dinner. I mean, me and you were chatting, and as soon as I got off with the chat with you, I went and sat down and don't even remember what we were watching on TV. I just was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're saying about that. Drew's saying that she slept like a baby, and Drew doesn't sleep very well at all. Drew struggles with sleeping and stuff, and she said she slept like a baby. Like, I was awake for a few hours, and because after I've channeled or after I've had connection with the energies, I can't go off to sleep straight away because I have that buzz feeling in me because I know I've communicated and connected. But when I did, I'd done the same thing. I won't normally sleep no more than 4 hours. I slept for about 8-9 hours today.
Yeah.
It
was weird.
Linda's in the chat now under
Yep. Hey, Linda.
our SFPI.
Hello to Sister Drew as well, and everyone.
Even after the follow-up live I did last night, I felt drained to the point my limbs were numb. I literally could not get up and walk. I was shaking so bad. And I was just like, what just happened? I was just sitting in my chair doing my thing. Never had to get that strong before.
She felt different last
night. You were shaking, did you say?
Yeah, like I was completely drained out. Every muscle in me was worn out all at once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a little weird spasm thing, but because of my arthritis, sometimes I just put it down to that, or if I'm like a bit overtired. But I had like weird shakes yesterday, which I don't get very often. And with my arthritis and stuff, I can normally stop it by doing certain things, but it weren't stopping. And it was my hands. My hands were going, and my legs. I was just like,
I just felt last night when I came off, I just felt really enlightened. It was weird. And then I went to my bed and I just like passed out. It was like instant. And I had this weird dream. It was just weird. It was one of the dreams that you can remember everything. I could smell flowers. And I woke up and I could still smell the flowers. It's as if I was somewhere. And my sore head was totally gone.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's random though. There was definitely a lot of effect from last night. Like I said, it took me a while to go off, but when I did go to sleep. But the experiences in the room were just really random, and even after, like it carried on. Like literally, like I could hear this buzzing and constantly going, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Looking outside, trying to see if I could see them, and I couldn't see nothing. And it just constantly, and it was getting louder and louder and louder. So then I put the tones on, the buzzing stopped, but then that's when them lights started appearing and disappearing. I'm like,
Can I ask you, Dakota, what else did you experience when you were outside? I mean, what was the lightning actually like? Was it a clear night, or was it like
It was. There was a bit of a snowstorm earlier in the day, and I mentioned it when we were on with Craig that anytime lately it seemed like I want to do something involving the sky, there's always some sort of cloud cover that gets in the way. That's not even alien involved. That's just say, oh, maybe there's an eclipse or a comet that's supposed to be nearby, stuff like that. So, of course, there would be a lot of crystals in the air because it was snow for light to reflect. And the only thing that could produce anything similar to that would be the nearby airport. But even then, you could tell it was the airport because of the way it would spin. But no, it was like, for lack of a better word, it kind of looked like the lightning from that you saw before the ships in Independence Day were breaking the atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah,
It kind of reminded me of that. And I'm just like, seriously?
that's what I was doing.
It makes
But
you
I was
wonder.
seeing the actual ships actually all. I could see what looked like Earth.
Right.
I could see part of Earth. I could see these ships all surrounded. I could see 50 clear ships, big, small, whatever sizes. They were there, and you could see other ones coming around them, both good and bad energy. You could see that, but there was this black circle, like an abyss, like a massive black circle that was spinning in the sky, and these ships were letting off this lightning sort of light, which could be resembled with what Dakota was seeing that is. But I was seeing that in the sky. It's like I was in the sky with them, but I was in a ship, and I could see all the. It was weird.
Yeah, this is where one of those things where I was seeing it both with my physical eyes. Then as I started going under, I started seeing it from up there, and it's just like,
Yeah.
what is going on? This is not supposed to be happening this close to Earth.
It makes you
Normally, they try to
wonder.
avoid us.
It makes you wonder if it has something to do with the way the world is now. If something, because you notice last year everybody, like a lot of our medium friends, like Lisa, for instance, was saying this as if there was something going to happen. Something.
Yeah, a lot of us
Something.
did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Something. There was something in the air. Something really bad was going to happen, and then that happened in Ukraine. Right.
Mhm.
And I don't really feel like something bad's going to happen yet, but I feel like, how can I say this? I feel like something's coming now.
I don't know. I'd said in the voice messages to Dakota that change was coming and that things were going to be
Yes.
different and that there was going to be some bad that comes out of it. But that's how we have to learn and that we've got a destiny. We've got something that we're supposed to be doing. I was babbling on about loads of stuff that they were talking through me to Dakota, and there were my energies did say about Putin as well. Yeah, saying about that. The war with him and the war with them are linked. And then Dakota sent me a video where they're on about starting to try and bring what they're doing down here. They're wanting to start it from up in the sky, which could be another reason to why they're all doing what they're doing now. They're coming together because obviously, as Dakota said in previous shows, none of them want any sort of tool or anything up there. And these guys are on about doing some of the most dangerous tools for war from the sky. Yeah. So they're going to be stepping in, aren't they?
Yeah. It was quite interesting because last night, Dakota, you sent me a link, didn't you, Dakota?
I sent you the same link.
Yeah, it was the same as me. I got the same link. Yeah.
The one about the war in space.
I know that they've
it was
been
like a news thing, wasn't it? Like a news thing, and she was talking about about the Russian war, and then saying that they're wanting to take it to the sky as well.
Yeah, there are a number of space-based weapons, and it's nothing necessarily nuclear, but it would have about the same punch. The U.S., Russia, Chinese, we've all been talking about wanting to do it. And I just thought it was kind of weird. We're all getting these messages coming through, then that was one of the first YouTube videos that pops up as I'm trying to get everything ready to get everything shifted over to the podcast, where I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
It's like it was meant to be sent to you.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in Ukraine now with the war and stuff like that, but there's a lot of other stuff which I'm not going to get into now. A lot of stuff to do with UFOs and stuff like that that's happening over there right now. And I don't know if you want to talk about it, Dakota. Do you want to talk about it? I mean, we could talk about it only if you want to, because it's up to you. Because I think it's maybe got something to do with it.
Well, here's the thing you got to remember.
Yeah.
And Sherry may have seen that we were talking about this with a mutual client of ours that's coming to us for a possible abduction scenario.
Yeah.
Every time there is a great distress in the world, you see heightened spirit, you see heightened ET, even the cryptids in some cases.
Yeah.
Pandemic, things got crazy. I've had more exorcisms within the span, that's 2 years than I had ever. in my career, and I know talked to several people much older than me who noticed the same pattern. Things were getting a lot more violent simply because people weren't able to leave their homes, and you have domestic abuse situations.
Yeah.
And think about it, last time we had stuff like this happen to this scale was the Second World War.
Yep. We've got somebody new on the Facebook side. Welcome. Is it Irene? Is it welcome?
You got it right. Holy crap.
I know.
I think.
The thing is with what's going on, what's going on in that, what's going on with Russia is going to bring out the worst in what's going on. But if you think about it, these last couple of years, with everything that we've had to face, it's been happening a while. Like the change has been coming a while, and things like that. It's just at this moment in time, there's something really, really bad going on that nobody can ignore, which is making more people start seeing the other things that are going on as well, and they're putting two and two together, aren't they?
Yeah.
And like you're saying about that Russia and that have got things on UFOs and that. Yeah, Russia is very well known to be very in with stuff to do with ufology and stuff like that. So I very much agree with that. And they're meant to have actually stuff happen over there that's unusual.
It's not just that, because there's been some unusual stories coming out of Ukraine lately, and I'm not going to talk about that stuff tonight. I'm not going to talk about that stuff tonight because it's complex. I've no watched all the videos on it. But there's meant to be something happening in Ukraine. All you need to do, guys, in the chat, anywhere, just type into YouTube UFO Ukraine, and it'll pop up. Right, it'll pop up, and I'm in two sides. Is it something that's happening, or is it something else? But I think history is about to change, guys. I think history is something's going to happen. What's that there? What was that there, Dakota? There are more hauntings than usual. I had to cleanse 6 homes and more to find it exhausting, overwhelming. There you go. You think of all these haunted locations there that people are usually going to, but because of the pandemic, they've been all closed off for a whole year. And that energy is building up and building up and building up.
Well, it never builds up. It just never went anywhere.
Right.
Welcome, Paranormal Brew. Welcome.
The fact is a lot of that activity's always been there, hasn't it? But there's been so many people that are closed to what goes on around us that now, with all of this stuff that's happened and with the way the world is changing, people are starting to open up. So people are starting to notice more things, even those that never really believed in it in the past are even coming forward and going, well, I had a really strange experience yesterday and I don't understand what happened. Like even people that are meant to be closed-minded are starting to have experiences. It just can't be ignored anymore. Whatever's happening in this planet and up there is affecting each and every one of us on this planet. We're all opening to some level. Some of us more than others because we're already open, but we're all opening. That's what I believe. Like even if it's in different ways.
Do you feel anything now? Out of curiosity, between the two of you, do you feel? Because I don't know what it is, but my head's going on pressurized way again.
At the minute, I just feel like I said to you, I just feel like I'm fuzzy. I feel like I'm not.
Welcome,
I'm not
Sunday.
I'm in two places.
Yeah.
It's
welcome,
weird.
Sunday. Welcome to the Bald and Bonkers network.
I'm feeling a lot of energy. I do feel that because we're sitting here having this panel talk and we're talking about this, it's bringing energy back in. There's energy starting to take notice again. They're like, okay, you're talking about the situation again, and
look
is
at
your K2?
K2,
K2 going off.
Yeah, K2's going as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of energy about. There's definitely a lot. Did you notice anything weird with your guys yesterday as well, guys? Anything like I noticed that my female one, she kept pacing up and down and kept saying to me, "Do you understand what they're trying to tell you?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, they're talking about war. They're saying it's all connected, and that what affects down here is going to affect up there, and that we're meant to step forward as your children. We are put here for a reason. This is our fate. We're supposed to fight for who we believe in." So, how I look at it is they're saying, even though we love our human life and we love our life here, our true fate is with them. Okay, so are we going to say, when it comes to it, who would we stand for?
it's weird. I'm watching the K2
random.
there. And you see the K2 how it's spiking.
Yeah, it's going nuts.
It's happening
Are you
again.
agreeing? Do we need to wake up?
See that?
There's still other children that you need to find.
It's like my sore head's no as bad now. It's like it's
I think
dissipating.
that's an effect that they give you when they're trying to come through. When they're trying to come through, you'll get weird effects to you. But once you start acknowledging them and acknowledging that they're there, it pressures off a little bit.
Well, let's do an experiment. I tell you what, whoever is here, make the K2 go to 0 if there's something in Ukraine going to happen in the next week. Yeah. You want to ask a question, any of these? It's maybe wanting one of you to ask a question.
Are we? Am I moving? Yeah. Are the issues that are going on with Russia and Ukraine affecting you up there? Yes. Okay. As your starseeds and your children, are we supposed to put messages out?
Interesting.
Are we chosen?
Yeah.
Okay. The signs that you showed me last night when you said about the darker energies coming, are they already here?
Yes.
Okay. Were any of these energies seen in the homes of other people?
Yeah.
Chad, do you want to find anything? You want to ask him anything?
Were you the ones that affected Linda and Bella last night?
Yes. Dakota, would you like to ask a question?
I'm just trying to make sure I'm not accidentally contaminating something here. Oh.
Good catch.
Hey.
There's something moving between everybody. There's something, yeah. I don't sense it's bad. I sense it's something to do with Dakota and you, Sherry, and others in the chat. Me too. In chat, everybody. Dakota,
There is meant to be a new energy that was meant to be coming. I said something to Dakota yesterday that there was meant to be a new energy that was meant to be coming to me, and it's meant to go to a few others. And I don't know if it is because the energy that I am feeling around me is not one I'm familiar with.
Look, there's Irene in the chat. My head is buzzing, and what I can feel it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The energy, like we're all saying, the energy is really high at the minute. There's a lot of people being affected.
I can feel it. It's weird. It's like coming at this side. It's weird. It's not at the front like it was last night. It's like it's at this side. It's like the back of my neck.
Linda's sister said, "Were you the black shadow that she see yesterday?"
No.
And mind you, Linda didn't listen to any of the tones yesterday, so it
We
was
can't
just
see the
me.
EMF, Dakota.
It is going up and down yeah.
Dakota, can you? Yeah, we can't see it.
Give me a sec.
Oh no, I think I'm delayed a little bit. Sorry, sis.
Did you stay?
I'm just going to
Yes,
ask you that question again, my friends. Was you the dark shadow that Linda see in her house yesterday?
Make the alarm go off.
Are you watching the
It's
Earth
definitely
right now?
spiking.
Oh, look. Are you one of the extraterrestrials that came last night with our guest, Craig? See, I think it's one of them. I think
Definitely stuff going on.
It wants Dakota, I think, to ask a question. Ask it something interesting, Dakota.
Why is it that you always try to take control of this while I'm trying to observe?
I know, but
Observation does more than words.
yes, I know, but there's something wanting you to ask a question.
Something's trying to come through right now. You want to speak freely?
For anybody that's listening to the podcast, please come to the live or you watch the video and you'll see the K2 going off.
Shall I turn it on? You know what I mean. Light it up. All right. Want us to shut up so we can speak. That's what I'm getting. Shall I start turning? Chris, we got a problem.
But
There's only one John that comes through.
who's that?
Someone who doesn't show himself unless somebody's about to die or come close.
Bugger. It was nice knowing you, Dakota.
Yep. It's nice knowing you there, Chris.
Oh, it was nice knowing you, Sherry. Just like say that just in case, you know.
It's nice knowing you, Chris, Dakota. Everybody
Jazz,
in the room.
yeah. John has his name
Constantine.
in Irene 50s. Wait a minute, I'm going to try something. Are you my house guest? No, it's not my house guest.
You tell me the name of whoever's here.
Did that just say what I thought it said? The name that you said you don't want to hear? What's that?
That's Chad's REM pod.
Temperature change.
John, are you here right now?
No.
Irene, I am very sad about everything. Sam, ask if it wants to tell us if it has anyone who wants to talk to us.
Like, not always, Irene.
It's no evil, whatever it is. I can tell you that now. I can feel it.
Can you come to the devices?
I just heard Chad.
Say my name.
It said Chad.
I think I just heard it.
Yesterday it said Chad too. I was like,
Welcome to my world.
yes, I know I'm near it.
All right, thanks.
Ooh, my ear.
Oh,
That,
Are you trying to tell us something? We can hear you. Why are you here? What are you trying to tell us?
do you come with a warning? Is that
Is he back? Yes.
I already said this yesterday. Is he
He's
here
wanting
for
payback,
anyone?
isn't he?
Who was the female and the other person that you was talking about that he's meant to go to? She knows. But there's only two people I know that's had bad experiences with the negative energy, myself and somebody in the room. Let's just said my.
Are you feeding off the energies from Ukraine? Die.
We're all here.
Are you affecting other people because you're trying to bring them to your side? We is another way for yes.
You saw my alarm over here? Did it last night.
He's angry, isn't he?
Very.
Because he wasn't able to get people the last time. He doesn't like that, does he?
No, it's very egotistical.
Close.
I need to take these off for like a second or two because it's too loud for me. I can still hear these.
Is Kane about to try to do something again?
Let me mute my mic.
Can you stop touching it? Thank you. Can you go back to it?
Did you hear the crash up?
It's like they're responding to the tones.
Yeah.
They do.
And it's my head's like that. I can feel my head going gushy like I'm going again.
My sore head keeps coming and going. It just disappears and then it goes to one of yours and it comes back. But I keep getting crashed
It's like
up.
it's
I don't
going
know why.
around everyone. It's like it's all mixed.
Right, it keeps sending off the temperature gauge, even though, I
like
mean,
it's moving through each room. It's not staying in one room. It's going like through everything. I don't know why, but I don't feel good. I don't feel good about it.
I'm fine. It's weird because I feel fine about it. Maybe it's because I'm protected. I don't know. I feel like I've got somebody around about me.
Should not let ego judge. That's the worst mistake you can make.
I know. But what I'm trying to say is I feel like I'm surrounded before. That's all. It's weird.
There has been warnings.
I think
good
Sam
ones saying that there's negative about, and they're seeking out certain people within the group. They've had experiences before.
Yeah,
I was
Drew's
took under
paranormal.
by a negative energy in a really bad way. Dakota's had it. You had Drew with that problem. So who are they going for? Are they going for one of us, or are they going to go for all three of us, or are they going to go for one of you lot? They ain't had it yet.
Just to see who's the weakest.
I think the reason they're going after Dakota and if they're going to go after Dakota and come after me is because we've entered areas and we've been able to overcome the negative that they were trying to do towards us. We've been able to come back out and still be standing, which is why I think they've got grievance with us. They don't want us to be in that power.
See, I keep getting listen to the message. I don't know what that means.
It's the message is about where you stand and who you are, and if you see the true picture, what's really happening. Who do you stand with when it comes to the end? Who will you stand with? This does not necessarily mean the world's going to end, but everything that we know as now will not be no more. It will change.
Yeah. What I'm getting is that whatever this thing is, there is good here to try to communicate.
There's both.
But this thing's been drawn to the Ukraine situation because of the killing. I mean, they've lost about 11,000 troops.
Yesterday, I'd said that the negative energies are getting stronger due to the very facts of the negative activity that's going on around the world. They're getting stronger. They're getting their power from somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And there was warnings yesterday. There was warnings that people in the group that have already been took over, and they said one about a female that had it happen to her recently is going to be revisited by a negative energy. And somebody else. They wouldn't tell me who the other person was. And they didn't say who the female was.
I'm just wondering if it's somebody in the chat that it's the bad entities attached itself to.
I don't know. But whatever they were saying that this person's already gone under it before.
Mm-hmm.
And was able to remove. I remember myself being removed from it, but I remember us removing Drew from the problem as well. So who could it be? That's what I'm wondering. But they were saying about gifts and all sorts, like gifted people will be affected by the negative things like that. Like that, there's certain people being targeted. The fact is they don't like starseeds. They don't like Earth and people that are mixed. They don't like that. They see us as how do you put it? They see us as a threat. They see us as a threat because we can see in both worlds. We can see in this world and we can see in their world. And they don't like that. They don't want there to be star children in that because they can give a lot of valuable information in both ways, in both places. That's why they don't want us around. They don't want us educating people.
Here's a thing I want you to try, Sherry or you, Dakota. I want you to mention names. Aye, see that? I think I know who it's attaching itself to. I'll tell you after the live. It's been before. Because I said a question into my head there and it went all the way up to red. All the way up to the green. I didn't see it outward. Obviously, they can read your mind.
Is Dakota linked to this? Will Dakota get a visit?
No. Someone in the chat.
Don't know.
Run through some names, Sherry, in the chat.
Are you after Drew?
Yes.
Are you after Dakota? Are you after Shirion, known as Sherry? Chris. There's some new people that have come onto our panel so far. Are you after them as well? There is Chad and Linda.
Pure honest, I think he's after everybody.
One by one.
Why do you want us? What is it that you want?
See what Drew says in the chat. That's how I feel right now. I feel like there's loads of people running about me.
You are surrounded by many energies, Chris. So I was saying this yesterday, that these ships and that, I was saying there was good and bad around you, around us all. Can you talk to us? Are you allowed to talk to us? Can you tell us why you want to come forward and do things to us?
If anybody in the chat's experiencing anything, could you please put it in the chat? I've noticed the K2's just died totally down.
It's starting to go again. The energy that's there with Dakota. Why are you there?
Drew's got a question. Ask if it's me, sis.
Is it Drew that you're after at this moment?
Like I said,
was you in her house yesterday? Because somebody walked past her in her house yesterday. Was that you?
the weakest will go first. Then the rest will you follow.
But are you not aware that some of us are quite strong and can see quite clearly into your eyes and what you're doing? Does that not fear you?
Been around for a long time.
Do you worry because we're being readied for such things like you?
Do you feed off of war? That's what that is.
You like the war.
Yeah, I
you
think
feed, that makes you strong, doesn't it? It makes you feel in power when you see people falling apart.
One of you made a deal. You did not follow through.
Who made a deal? Are you saying that there's a traitor?
No, I think it means somebody that we know has made a deal with something.
Is it somebody in the room?
Yes. Yep.
Did they make the deal unknowingly? Was they tricked? You're very good at manipulating people's minds. Did you trick her?
It didn't take much convincing.
I know who they're on about.
That's what they are.
So you're aiming for her first because what? She's the one that does not see you the way that we do. So you'll take the smallest problem out of the way first, is what you're saying.
The weakest.
The weakest. Why would you not work on the ones that are the most strongest first?
take away what makes you strong.
The thing is that I understand who you are, and I do not fear you.
But you fear losing people.
But yes, I might fear losing people, but I have lost many people, and I will overcome that, as I always have. I have lost many. It's become second nature to me.
I'm thinking we should maybe break the communication off now, Sherry. What do you think?
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah.
No more. Bring Dakota back, please. Can you bring Dakota back?
He'll be back shortly.
You never left.
And if anybody in the chat experienced anything, messages on our Facebook group. Right. There's Drew asking a question. Have they done it willingly?
Pardon?
Drew, she's got a question. Have they done it willingly? I can't pronounce anything tonight. Have they done it willingly?
Seems to be a bit of
willingly.
Seems to be a bit of a delay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of energy tonight. I think there's a lot of good spirits and good extraterrestrials about, but I think there's something that's trying to play mind games, because it's I'll talk to you after the live. Right.
Yeah.
When do you want to end this, Dakota? It's nearly on that hour.
Yeah,
do you want to end it now?
Probably should.
Yeah. Guys, listen, we're going to end this now, and thank you for coming. And I'll talk to you people in the guys backstage. Thanks for coming. Remember, if you're new, give us a subscribe, share, and like. And we'll be on in Thursday, Chad. Your inner quartz.
Yes. This one's about cleansings.
Oh, that'll come in handy. That's really I'm going to be watching that. So, guys, remember, check out Parapost Network. Check out all the links in the description below. And we'll catch you all later. And thank you for coming. And I hope you all have a lovely week. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I think it's just